Today we're going to remove the rototiller, the rear gearbox and drive shaft to that PTO shaft, and possibly remove the plow, but install the 60-inch mower deck on the Deere 400. So let's get to it. Hey, welcome back to Shane's Main Shop. Please like, subscribe, comment, come back off for more videos. Let's take this thing apart. This is probably a little bit longer video. I'll edit out as much as I can. The first thing we're going to do is just start pulling our pins. All right, with all the pins removed, so yeah, the only thing that's left now attached is the drive shaft. We're going to go ahead and pull the adjustable third arm here pin out as well. Get that out of the way. Now we're just going to slide the whole thing back away from the tractor. I could drive the tractor forward, but I think I can just manhandle this thing backwards, all right? Next thing I need to remove is this rear gearbox here. We can also remove this. So this will be out of the way as well. We don't need that. Pull these pins back. You can't see them, but they pull and then they lock and turn. So I got the pins released and locked in the open position. So the gearbox started to slide out. You can't really tell, but it is loose. And it sits into two little grooves down the bottom. And then of course, it's hooked to this shaft underneath that lower shaft you see. And that'll just pull out of that connection up at the front where the lawnmower will go in. I think, I'm going to look, it's easy if you disconnect that shaft first. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and release this quick disconnect up here, and that'll allow this to come out, slide back. I can't really do it with one hand, but I'm going to release that, pull this back, and then I can drop this down and pull it out of that. Then that thing will be completely separate from the drive train of the tractor, and then we can slide that gearbox off. We'll be putting this piece back on afterwards when we hook up the mower deck. I see that's now disconnected down there. The front half's laying there, so we'll be reusing that. And the other part will come out with the gearbox. All right, now this thing is heavy, and it's in an area you can't lean over it and get a good grip. Oh, there we go. Okay, that worked much better than in past. When I get this out, I kind of show you what I'm talking about so you can see a little bit better if you're not familiar with the Deere 400. These are the little locks I pulled back and pins that locked open on both sides. Once you get that, it'll tip back that way and lift out of these little slots here that fit on these pins right here. Very hard to see. There you go. You can see that pin. So they slide down on that on both sides and then tips up and locks in on the tops. So that's all out of the way. We'll go ahead and get this completely out of the way. Slide this thing under and see if it goes easy or not. I hope it does. So far so good. Especially for not having that extra wheel. Lift those hoses up there. Maybe that's why they go under the other ways. But I think I got enough clearance to lift this hose up over the gearbox. Oh yeah, that's fine. Alright, I gotta go around the other side and pull it back a little bit. The only other thing I see catching is the little arms, support the back part of it. Yeah, that slid under. Really no problem at all. And if I came in from the other side like a lot of people do, I wouldn't have run into these hoses. All right, I didn't show taking the plow off. I think I have that in another video, or maybe I'll do a future video of it, but it's pretty straightforward. Same kind of clip rings, and then it locks in here. And you have to take it off because this piece now takes the place and locks in here, and these arms support the front part of the mower deck. So that's what we're going to be putting in next. These pins here lock into these. So so far we do have everything. And then to lock these in, there's more of those lock pins like we use. Take off the rototiller in the back. These will slide up in a slot. It's hard to see. You probably can see on the other side. It's right there. And so we're going to slide these up in. And then, of course, this pin comes out of this, and it goes into this hole here. And then that's hooked up. And, of course, all the while, we got to get the shaft hooked up as well. So we're going to be doing that as well. All right, I got the front piece set in place. I put it in like so, and then all I did was pull the mower deck forward, and that popped right in. So that's locked in now. Okay, beautiful. Now on this side you can see that other pin I was talking about a little bit better here, right here. So this has to be pulled out and locked in the out position so this can go up inside in between there. And again, it's a snug fit, but I'll get it. I probably have to pull this pin out too so they all go up together. Just lining this piece up here. So when I lift this, everything is lining up together. I gotta tap this up here. All right, you can see I got this pretty close here. I don't know if it's lined up exactly, but I'm gonna release the lock on this. So when we do get it, it locks in. Give me a couple minutes to manhandle this thing. Okay, so I had to just do, it really wasn't too bad. I just had to push the mower deck further back so that lined up, and this is locked in now. And then I just used a 2x to lift this side of the mower deck up and slid that pin in right there. And I got the locking pin in, so that's in as well. I don't know if it's because the other side's supported or not, but my God, this side went a lot easier. I'm gonna lift this a little bit, I think, now to get this pin to go in here. Yep, that pin's in. That was pretty good. Well, I was really happy how the PTO shaft went on. That went on really nicely. Slid it into the mower deck shaft and then brought it up and clipped it right in position. That went pretty quick. So the last thing is locking in the front here, and I think you can see these are partly in position. I gotta make sure the other one's almost in there. It is. And when I pull up on this lever here, you can barely see, it should drop down in, and these pins, hopefully, or this pin will lock in. Oh, okay, my bad. I'm gonna admit a mistake I made here is I had the wrong pin in this spot. That's why I wasn't gonna go. So now that I got it, the pin locked back so it can lock down in this hole like it's supposed to, it's a lot easier. There it is. Okay, pin's in. You can see it right there, it just came out. So yeah, that was my own fault. I had that pin sitting in here. I believe that is everything other than straighten the wheels out. So we're gonna do that next. All right, the other one's all done and has the original pin with a cotter pin that locks it in. This one, obviously, that pin has been lost. Turn it out. That's where the other one is. So. All right, we'll get this screwed back on so it can't move. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I am just sweating bullets here. It's muggy out, but the mower deck is on. Let's take a look. All right, so she's all on. Okay, we just fired her up here, and deck goes up and down nicely. Let's get her outside and turn on the blades.